I would like to congratulate both Raja Rao sir and Caroline ma'am for this great initiative, especially for keeping us busy in the difficult times, in the tough times. And today we have the topic pandemic, the pandemic of fear. What are we afraid of? A very relevant topic because fear as COVID, the pandemic kills, fear also kills us. And it is said that the oldest and the strongest emotion of mankind is fear. And often it is the strongest and that which and the strongest fear is often the fear of the unknown. And also we are fighting this virus, and it's quite unknown to us, and the doctors also have difference of opinion, though we have managed vaccine and things like that, the fear has not been fully removed from. Even a big number of people are frightened just because of the fake news that is being spread, and also the deaths happening, the social disconnect, a lot of, and collapsing of economy, and there is also what you call collapsing of educational system. So there is fear in the air. And now we have four distinguished speakers to address this fear and how can we overcome this fear, what are the causes of this fear. And we have also distinguished listeners and viewers on uh, Time India channel and on YouTube. So welcome you all to today's session. And we have the first speaker, uh, Her Excellency Mrs. Anju Handa, curator, She Connects, and she's an educationalist, philanthropist, author, and a social reformer. So a multifaceted personality to address you all on this particular topic, the pandemic of fear. So welcome you, ma'am, and over to you, ma'am. Ma'am, please unmute. You're muted, ma'am. Please unmute. You're muted, ma'am. Please unmute. See the mic-like thing. Just click on that and you'll be unmuted, ma'am. You are muted. Maybe you have kept the mobile in the horizontal manner. So find it out. Just touch on that and it will pop up. You haven't unmuted, ma'am. You haven't unmuted yet. Okay, keep it in the position which you are
Yes.
comfortable. Okay, now you can turn the maybe
Yes.
yeah. That's great, ma'am. Okay, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Varghese. First of all, I am very thankful to Dr. Raja Rao for inviting me amongst the distinguished panel of speakers on this topic, that pandemic of fear. I am thankful to Dr. Pareen, who has recommended this today's webinar to me and asked me to be a speaker on today's this thing. So before I start my thought line on this, I would like to tell something about myself. I think we all are new to each other today. So I run a platform by the name of She Connects, and it is a all women platform, which I started 3 years ago. And it was started after I wrote my first book on women entrepreneurs, that was Inspiring Entrepreneurs Journey from Can I to I Can. So in that book, I covered the stories of around 25 inspirational women who have faced so many challenges and could establish a niche for themselves. And their professional journey from Can I to I Can, I have written in that. And this book was written 3 years ago. And then after that, second edition and third edition, and all these auditions were launched on a global literary fest by Dr. Sandeep Marwa, who is the founder of Noida Film City. So when I was compiling those books, so I felt that there is so much of inspiration around in women, and why not to create such a platform where these women can inspire each other, otherwise physically, and connect with each other, and then motivate each other, and by their stories they can inspire many more women to establish a niche for themselves. So that was the idea of starting the She Connect. So for the last 3 years, I'm running this platform, and there are so many women entrepreneurs who are connecting, and they are trying to promote their businesses and all. Now, coming to today's topic about the pandemic of fear, I would start from a year ago. I think when this pandemic started a year ago, I think it was a biggest shock for all of us, because we had never heard a word like pandemic, first of all, and then not the things associated with it, So it was a sheer shock for all of us, because this kind of a situation neither we have experienced in our lifetime, nor we have heard about. So it came as a bigger shock that we were confined to our homes. We could not go out and meet our relative. We could not call people at our home. We could not go to eat out or go to theaters, or could not send our children to the schools, or could not attend our jobs, So this was something which was a great shock to all of us. And we were just trying to manage with so many challenges all of a sudden, within a year's time we realized that there is a new normal now, and we had to manage with all these kind of things, working from home, not sending our children to school, they are studying online, not going out, not calling people. So it was something which really affected and impacted us in a very, very negative way, and but slowly I think each one of us started managing things, started living with this new normal of life which we were thrown to us, and then we also realized that even if we are stuck with this infection, we had to still confine within our own homes, that is the quarantine, so all these terms were new to us, all these things were new to us. We were finding it very hard to cope it up, but we were managing, and hardly we learned to manage with all these things when and in a year's time, I think we were quite normal, and we were quite managing everything very well, and we started feeling little positive also. We started engaging ourselves in different hobbies, different things which we had never done before, spending time with our families, doing so many other things which we had never done before, and in this March we were just near going to be very normal, then the second wave hit us, Sorry. Hello?
Yes, ma'am. You're audible. Fine, ma'am. Everything is fine.
Yeah, I know. There is some.
Okay. Hello, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay.
There was
It's
some
okay.
technical glitch. Yeah.
No, it's
So
fine.
we were back to normal, and then we were hit by the second wave, and this time it was much, much graver and harder than before, So second wave, again we started losing our near and dear ones, and within a very short span of 1 month, the figure rose to such a big magnitude that we were in a shock to understand what is happening. Infrastructure was falling apart, medical facility were falling short, and everything was becoming very chaotic, and we have not expected at all. We thought within vaccine have come, the medicines have come, we will be fine, we are taking vaccination. We have never expected, I think, the second wave, So after this second wave came again, it set up again a new fear in us, we all are feared to lose our jobs. We are very much anxious about our children's schooling, our children's career. We are anxious to save our near and dear ones. We are exhausted with all the resources. We are finding it very, very tough to meet with both the ends. Many of the families, those who are from the middle class, they are finding it very hard. Although for the lower middle class, still the government help is coming, but for the middle class, it becomes still more difficult that how to manage with all these things, and a fear of that how the life will be sustained. Even if we are struck with this disease or this infection, whether we will be able to survive, whether we will be able to manage our medical expenditures, whether we will be able to come out of it. We all are going through so much of physical, emotional, mental, and all kind of a trauma all of a sudden in this 1.5 year plus times. But I think when any challenge come in front of us, at the same time we learn how to cope with it. So we started learning how to cope with such drastic challenge. We devised ways to fight this challenge. We innovated so many things to meet this challenge. So although it created a biggest fear in our lifetime, this pandemic has created a biggest fear in our life, but at the same time, it has also created a lot of positivity around. I believe that this pandemic is a blessing in disguise, which has taught us so many things. We human beings were very indiscriminately indiscriminately we were using the flora and fauna. We were disturbing the nature to an extent which we are not required to do so. So we were doing that, and we were also were very insensitive towards the nature, I think. So this is a God's way of teaching us that how careless we are and how consciously we should keep all these fears in our mind. Although fear is created, this pandemic has created the fear in our mind, but now I realize that this fear created is for the good of man, for mankind. If such a situation had not arisen in front of us, I think we should not have become so much conscious, so much considerate to each other. Today we all are working like a soldiers. We are like a warrior, and like a soldiers, we are trying to help each other. We are not bothered about that we have lost our job, or we have lost our near and dear ones, or we are losing so many things, but we are still in gratitude to God, and we are trying to extend a helping hand to each other. I think this is the biggest thing which we all human race has learned from this pandemic. So out of this fear, I think, although it has created a lot of fear, but out of this fear, this one good thing has come out, is that we have come very close to our own self. We has internalized so much. We have become so thought provoking. That such a situation can happen. We cannot be unmindful of doing things on our own way. We need to conserve our natural resources. We need to be mindful of cutting the trees. I think I have never thought, even in my wildest dreams, that people will be running from here to there for oxygen, which is so readily available. I have never thought in my lifetime that we will be running from here to there for some vital medicines. In second wave, I think I am a part of many groups, and I have seen that people were running from pillar to post to get some vital medicines for their families. They were leaving no stone unturned that they should get that medicine, and there were many people who were trying to take advantage of this situation also, which is very bad. That is another topic of discussion. But here, when we talk about the fear, yes, in 1 year we are very fearful. It has created all kind of a fear in our minds, for our near dear ones, everything. I think you all have gone through this, so whatever I tell, I think you can relate to very well, because each one of us has stayed home. Each one of us has been using mask very consciously. Each one of us is trying to maintain a distance. Each one of us is trying to tell our children that be careful. Each one of us is trying to save the lives of our near and dear ones. And we all are in the same storm, but maybe we are in different boats. Maybe my boat is little, your boat is on a safer side, and my boat is sinking, or my boat is sinking and your is on a safer side. But we are facing the same storm. So out of this fear, we have brought out a very positive thing, that is, we have become humans. We have become compassionate. We have become mindful of each other's problem, which otherwise was missing. Earlier, I think if you think about years ago, I think we used to think ourselves ki hum pata nahi kya hai and what we are. And I think many of us never used to care about what other are thinking. But today, we are become so God fearing. We are offering prayers everywhere. I have seen that people are offering prayers, collective prayers we are doing. We are just want that this situation should come. We come back to that normal situation where we could go and meet our relative, where we could go to a restaurant and eat a food. We could go and to our children's to school to attend a PTM. So all these things are becoming like a thing of the past. So that fear is making us very positive also, that we need to come out of this. And I am very sure that, like me, each one of us will agree with me that we are trying to come out of it, and we are trying to face this challenge very bravely, very innovatively, and we are doing everything which we can do to fight this pandemic. So one thing I have realized, which is very negative during this pandemic, is that there are so many media houses that they are creating a lot of fear in the mind of the people. There are some fear which are natural. There are some fear which are being created. They are put into our minds by showing us so bad pictures or so bad scenes, or so bad situations. I think I feel I have stopped watching news for the last 1.5 months, because that was giving me a lot of depression. That was giving me a lot of fear. And then I was unable to keep myself normal. I was unable to spend my time constructively when I know that I don't have anything else to do. So this pandemic is, we are here to discuss that this pandemic is pandemic of fear. Of course, it is a lot of fear. Those who have lost their near and dear ones, if you ask them what horrifying time they have gone through, please remind me if I am through with my time. So we have gone through such a horrifying time, losing our near and dear ones, but at the same time,
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. It's almost time. Okay, I
Okay.
think we have just 15 minutes for all the speakers.
Okay. So that is what my take is, that stay positive in this situation. Try to discard that there is no fear now. We are trying to sailing our boat to a positive direction, and we will definitely come out as a winner. And thank you so much to each one of you. And I'm very eager to hear out each one over here. Yeah, thank you so much,
Okay.
Dr. Burns. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. That was an excellent sharing, I should say, because you were very practical when you spoke. Especially, you touched upon the fear side and also the positive side. These days, one becomes positive, that is a bit negative, and because no one wants to be positive, that is COVID positive. That's a big fear. But, sir, ma'am, you have done a wonderful job by telling everyone the practical side, how people have gone to this fear, and the positive aspects also, like people becoming humane, people becoming environment friendly, people becoming more helpful. And also God fearing and things like that. Okay, so very positive, ma'am, and an excellent sharing.
Thank
And
you so much.
it's often said that these days, let's see, we should have a healthy body to have a healthy mind, but instead nowadays it's we should have a healthy mind to have a healthy body. Okay, that's also a new lesson that we have learned from this pandemic. Thank you, ma'am, and it was really wonderful
Thank
sharing.
you so
Stay
much.
with us, ma'am. Stay with us, ma'am. And let's move on to the second speaker. And our distinguished speaker is Dr. Piyush Pandit, a
Sir,
co-founder of the International Internship University. And sir,
Dr.
over to
Varghese,
you,
brother,
sir.
will you please invite the
Yes.
next speaker because it takes time for him to join us due to some
Really? Okay,
pandemic
okay, okay.
problem. Thank
Oh,
you.
that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so we go on to the, I think the third speaker. Oh, okay, he becomes the second speaker now. And it is none other than His Excellency Dr. Rajnikant Mishra. And he is Snitira Odisha International Trust. He represents that from India. And another distinguished speaker. Over to you, sir. Dr. Rajnikant Mishra. Hello, sir. Are you there?
Yes, he's there.
Yeah.
Sir, please unmute your mobile, sir.
Yeah. Please unmute, sir. Rajinikanth, unmute, please.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Welcome, sir. Over to you.
Good evening, Excellency, my honorables. Today, auspicious day of the good evening, all of you. And special thank to Dr. Pauline, who has chance to me this pandemic period as a good speaker with this fear of the COVID World War 19 for the COVID-19 for the second wave. So thank to also Raja Rao at the World Peace Foundation from Telangana. So I'm very much thankful to sir. I'm very much honorable to get to give the chance to me. And also all the honorable the Piyush Pandit sir as also International Learning University co-founder. So all the excellency of the honorable of the participants on the different countries, different part of the different countries, different part of the India, parts India also. So I first start of the my journey of the my life, myself Dr. Rajnikant Mishra. I am the founder and Secretary General of Smutira Odisha International Trust India. It is a like of trust is a like of trust is the last 10 years and working in the like women's empowerment, like work in the like culture and tourism and also like sports, education and health awareness and environment. My personally as it is trust having to more than decades of working in the different field of the children's cares and child cares. I have own old age care home and also like disability center like different orphanage peoples are already staying at the disability center. Like those are the like of disability like women and girls where 100 of disability person are already have the established in the my one of the residence area. So I am basically from Odisha, from India, and my office is also working in the Delhi and Odisha also. So this pandemic situation, the year of 2020, where the scene that the COVID-19, but when we are journey, the start journey, starting the March 2020, I just think that like to the COVID-19 is coming. It is a I've already listened my earlier my mothers and my grandfather and grandmother stating one of the flu is coming before that something year back. That flu is having the more than 2 years and so many persons are died. That is a Spanish flu. So, but we have seen so many flu, but this flu is a very different type flu. I have first time seen that flu is a very dangerous flu. But dangerous flu, but that the COVID-19 is given the good more suggestion, more ideas, more value of ethics, everything. But when the journey in 2020, I am walking in this pandemic period, some different pandemic, the migrant workers coming to different places in the India. So we have given that food shelter and also and when he's safe and his his life will be safe. We are also working in the more than 20,000 peoples the year of 2020 for the COVID-19 by the government of India special relief care. But this 2020, we are given that this pandemic situation, but I never feel that like towards this scenario is like of a fear. But this is we have seen that the pandemic situation is coming, but the United Kingdom's virus is there. But our Indians in that government will be Odisha government will be India government will be. They does not have a basically not fear because the person is in that 2020 so many persons are not died this normal flu fever and cold and something. But 2020 is when the October to June, July, August, September, October, that's a flu is very much problem for that to some Indian scenario more than persons not died, but not but when we are thinking that this first wave is going on, but normal life is going on. But October, November, December, September, we feel that all the working going on, the people are moving around and market and malls, everything is open and everything. But when the January, we are celebrating New Year's and everything and celebrating all the things and celebrating that February also. But when the March is coming, we have seen that before the December, we have seen that the United Kingdom's one of the virus is coming, the second wave is coming. That is a very big, terrible virus is there. So this virus is coming to India. When I seen the March first week, the UK, one of the person is coming in the India. So of the virus is identified. So the second wave is a very dangerous wave. Today I have seen this March to April, March to May. So already have the lockdown, government have the lockdown, but in this pandemic second wave, we have seen the actually fear is some problem arise in the facilitator of the government of India. But the government is so many problem arise in this pandemic situation, the second wave, because they have before that when the planning and execution before that the first wave is pandemic is coming already over, but the government is not precaution. Government is immediately start up the precaution the election. When the Indian constituents already having the election, the 4 to 5 states, that is not required today. But even definitely changing the election will be the 4 to 5, more than 1 to 2 years. That is the main scenario. Another thing also of one of the pilgrims are coming at of the Haridwar, like Kumbh Mela. The Kumbh Mela is not to today, this year will not organizing. The next year. We have seen that this pandemic period, I have seen some different person that education person telling that this is not proper year to Kumbh Mela. Organizing the Kumbh Mela is towards our next year 2020. But here this is the main problem arise. The second wave is coming. The problem arise the Kumbh Mela. You imagine that Delhi to 30 kilometers away the Haridwar, more than 1 hour to 2 hours journey, 1 crore because the 1 crore people are coming this Kumbh Mela. That is the main scenario of the today pandemic, the Indian virus. Today the main problem arises that this is the main fact. But the way I'm fear, why I'm fear, and why I'm our person fear, my relatives fear, everybody else fear. That's the first. And another thing is the election. All the party will be not doing that election, but the opposition party or the ruling party or anything else. But when the sitting the chair in the Election Commission of India will be telling that you can think about the scenario of the of natural calamity or everything, and how the scenario of the towards of the if the conducting the election. But election is not mandatory of the today. But you should arise in the election. The crowded is there, more than crowded is there. because before just 3 months, 4 months having the normal scenario from the India, but now the state of the election is coming and the Kumbh Mela is coming, the problem arising. I have first time seen that oxygen problem in India. India have the plenty of industrialists. Industrialists there, industry is there. Why problem the oxygen? Why the vaccination is coming to India first? Starting the India, the Modi is starting the vaccination, the Covaxin or Covaxin. But why the selling to the international country? International country have the more than fund. Why you are not using the properly? You are our mankind of the peoples, the mankind to enter the society of the peoples to vaccinated. So definitely the people are definitely cured. No problem arising. This is the main problem arising from our fact and the figures of the fear. Because when the person should be know that how can will be our society will be developing. Because today the economical is already fallen down, because that is one scenario the like of the problem arise the like of market scenario. Our sensex is low. All the education institute has stopped. All the industry has stopped. Everything is stopped. But when the person is going to when the flu is coming, the COVID-19 is second wave is coming. The second wave is coming. The second wave with the person should be having the fight against the COVID-19. When I've seen the medical, the doctor, because before here the doctor and practitioner and the like health staff will be there and already raising the so many trouble facing, and they are already cured the so many patients. But now second wave is coming. The doctor is not properly maintaining the for the resource like the patient. When the patient is going to the hospital, they can return the 2 days or 3 days. What is the fact? If the person is going to hospital, when the second day, third day will be not coming, that third day will be died. The oxygen problem and body like of the all the sugar patient, diabetes patient, but nothing is not like of a main scenario. That is the main scenario is that we are not properly check up the patient. The doctor is not maintaining the proper patient. They are the gambling of the patient. When the person is sending the hospital, the second person is not going to hospital, because the pandemic you cannot see the patient's life, patient's scenario, patient's what is the patient's patient how whether eating or they are not doing anything else. That is the main scenario. So this is the main fact of the government. The government is not proper care the patient. That is the main problem. Our oxygen is there, plenty of oxygen there, but oxygen is slowing down on other countries. Why? Other state, why is selling down other countries? Oxygen is properly stable in ourselves, because the oxygen is there because industry, all the industry is there, because the India is many industries there. So how a person is not industry is there, not there. The main problem arises the government will not take care properly, not maintaining properly. They can use safely by that, they can use the properly only oneself, because the egoistic is nothing less today's scenario. Because I am an individual person, I am not like a political person, I am an individual person. I am personally seen that these views are the before 2020 and 2021, because the fact and figures is already changing. The 2020 is the figure is a very different figure, because the person, when the person is coming, the more than person is died. The Chhattisgarh, Kerala, and so many states will be dead. Maharashtra is so many problems. Maharaj, the government is the failure, because you are not properly not vaccinated. You think that like your election, you are like Kumbh Mela, because when the 2020, when the Muslim community is a problem that like of the Nizamuddin, all the thing will be there Delhi. But there is a scenario of the entire changing. The government will be like halla gulla, more than halla gulla. But now the Kumbh Mela is coming. No man can solve anything else. Anything you tell, the public will not tell anything else. Now the 1 crore people affected in the like the coronavirus, in the like of the pandemic, in the like of Kumbh Mela, and the today in the West Bengal is the election is that the West Bengal virus is coming, and Chhattisgarh virus coming, and the Kerala virus is coming. That is the scenario. People are always fear. When the economical crisis, then the 1 year, how can we are not seeing the proper maintaining, explaining, implementing everything. You should always explaining and implementing, always think the resources. Our resources plenty, because we are the democratic country, where the resources is there. Where you are using thinking about the other country, because we are the Indian country. Indian country have the more than population, more than technology also there, in scientific technology there. Because today the government is failure. Because the government is majority having that, but nobody can explain that. Because government is a failure, enter everything. Government not proper take care of the peoples. Because economical, because lockdown, shutdown is not there in problem. Lockdown is not a problem. The lockdown is not like a proper solution in the like of the COVID-19. Only solution there, where how can will be economical growth will be there? How can the people are surviving there? How can people at the medical facility will be there? Not anything will be there. Only within the lockdown, shutdown will be 1 month shutdown, lockdown. Because the lockdown is not problem that man. Because before you problem arising for the election and the Kumbh Mela. That is the main fact of the figure 2020 is from the second wave is coming. Because if the second wave is coming before the 3 months, before the 6 months, we are definitely analyzing and implementing everything. Our resources, everything completed. Everything vaccinated, completed. So people are vaccinated. Children are vaccinated. So no problem arise. Because 6 months are arising, 6 month tenure is there like, because the already vaccine is before that November will be vaccine is completed. By the December will be completed. But when the December completed, we definitely vaccinated, that day will be vaccinated, next day will be vaccinated and will be complete the 6 months. By the all the people are not public. Nobody can problem arise. That is the main scenario of that today's scenario that people are fear. Now the plenty of vaccination not there. You are using like today hours using there like depending of the like of towards foreign country like USA, like UK or all the like. Because we are not required of the foreign country. We are our resources there, our the technocrat is there, scientist is there, everything is there. Why you are dependent on anybody else? Because we are suffering from that. This is the main fear. Because we are not fear. Fear is the government will fear to ourselves. Government will be shutdown ourselves. Because the government is telling that if the natural resources there, we definitely plenty of money is there coming in the different UNICEF, but because UNICEF and like of UNO and WHO, the many funding is the Indian scenario. I'm telling.
Excuse me, sir.
That money is what does that money will be going?
Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm telling.
Hello, Rajinikanth Mishra, sir. It's almost time. Please wind up.
Okay, just 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, I'll complete the message.
1 or 2 minutes, sir. 1 or 2 minutes.
Okay, only 5 minutes, Dr. Falke, sir. Okay, 1 minute, 5 minutes. Okay, because I very much one thing one question last point my points, because the fear is always thinking that because we are always thinking the positive thinking, not negative, and we always thinking the like of the our relatives, our family, because how can save the society, how can we are the vaccinated properly, and this wave is like the very big hit wave because the Indian wave, but not like to foreign like America or UK or Ireland is there. But because this COVID, we are learning something else. Because the COVID is given the some learning resources and learning something is all the peoples. Because when the people are surviving in the society, the COVID is given the so many things will be given the knowledge about your mind. Because you can always think the positive, and you will not always think not fear. Always think the fear. If you the fear, we definitely will losing your the entire brain and leisure about everything. You always think in the positive line, not negative line. And because my person, I am always fear like definitely fear because the second wave is coming. I'm always lockdown. I'm home quarantine. I'm also home quarantine means like I'm walking in the home, but not thinking like fear means like I'm always the fear. But we always think that how can will be our society will be developed, how can will be economical growth, everything. But today all the economical already collapsed. How can that economic will be growth up? We can see, we can suggest, and we can implement. Now that just 2-3 days back, the government will be think that everything will be complete, everything is given that people's everything when the survey lost the family and we can given everything. That is not solution, because already education is stopped, everything is stopped. The online is nothing less than the people solve the problem when the physical is not there. And I think that this pandemic situation, we are definitely save the society, save the family. And my personally, I have a running a international trust, but I always think that like a person to like not properly fear and always save the society, save the family, and save his family, her family, and save our economical growth, save to like society to develop and society to how can will be society will be like outside will be problem arise if the economy like a fooding everything that how can will be given that how can will be oxygen will be given that like a hospital or like to patients. So definitely these things will be required, and there will be very good subject, and I hope that like to my uh, speeches will be like good or bad. I not think because I will be concluding my speech, and I very much thank to Dr. Mr. Raja Rao ji and very Dr. Parin ji and also like Piyush Pandit ji, and also thank to also Dr. Varghese also like one of the good mentor, and I always second time or third time also seen that his program. So he's a good speaker and good orator also. I'm very much thankful to Dr. Varghese. And thank to everyone. And I will very much pray to my God and all are safe and all us only 2 months or 3 months safe. Then will be definitely normal journey definitely coming. And we'll pray to God and to Lord Jagannath Mahaprabhu to complete this scenario. Pandemic is already how can we be over to our minded, and how can we be how to over the fear, and so we are go to the normal journey and normal work life, and everything will be completed. Our solution. So thank to all of you. Jai Jagannath, Bande Utkal Janani. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I mean, I think we were listening to a great humanitarian. Okay, you're doing such a wonderful work for the humanity. That's great, sir. At the same time, you are very passionate in your speech. Okay, so that of course comes from the work that you do. So really passionate in your speech, and also you touched upon various aspects. Okay, maybe people will have a difference of opinion regarding that, but you did say what you felt, that we felt, because you are really passionate in your speech, sir. So there is nice sharing, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, and stay back with us, sir. And we move on to the third speaker, that is Dr. Said Mansoor Hussain Shah. He is the unit leader of Duke of Edinburgh Program International and UK, and he's also a trainer and author from Punjab. So next, we'll be listening to this distinguished speaker, Dr. Said Mansoor Hussain Shah. Over to you, sir.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Dr. JK, Dr. Raja Rao, to providing this golden opportunity. Well, dear esteemed audience,
Brother, make
the
your
current,
video visible, brother.
If
okay.
possible, switch on your video, sir. Yes,
Please.
Okay,
please. Since we are having it telecasted
Thank
through
you.
yes.
internet, yeah, that's great.
Well,
lovely
Your
thing.
Excellency, yes. Well, Your Excellency, when this pandemic started on 23rd March last year, it became, a bomb on the mind of the teachers, the doctors, the lawyers, and, all of our, quite unknown that how to tackle the problem. But time by time, our front warriors, our doctors, the teachers, they established their way that how to conduct their classes and how to treat the patient. This COVID is a fear we can call an anxiety or trauma. But being a human being, we have to devise that how to treat this fear, right? How to eradicate this fear right now. Like I salute to the teachers, the educators, the doctors, the great warrior, the way they are eradicating this fear. Being educationist, like I have seen parents, teachers, students, they have been facing the same problem, stay at distance, right? Stay at home, and like they just keep their children at home, right? When we conduct our classes, like the ratio of strength is quite low. But then when we as a educationist, as professional, just convey our message that there's no need to worry about that fear, that COVID phobia, just to work to eradicate. I mean, let's focus that we have to take this COVID and we have to treat it. So, being an educationist, all the teachers all over the world, especially India, I have seen the moderators like my inspiration, Dr. Raja Rao, the way he started another program. This was a good way to eradicate this fear. And we just got a hope that people are here in the world who know how to tackle this COVID phobia. I have seen that this was not a fear of the COVID. This was a fear of using technology for those teachers. They never used it before that. This was a fear of using laptop for those students who never seen the online classes in their life, and especially a fear of parents who even have the financial issues, how they're going to buy the 2 or 3 devices for the students. But then time by time, as a human being, they learn that we have to stop with COVID. We have to kill this phobia, right? And the teachers, they start giving a motivation lecture to students. They try to convince the parents that yes, the virtual classes, the online classes is another way to eradicate this fear of like COVID. The way COVID-19 affecting us mentally and physically, right? So we start learning that how to make it normal in our life. So then, as a human being, we learn that COVID is the name of mental stress or depression. So we can overcome with that problem, right? Just normalize yourself. Like if you just stay with the family, talk regarding other topics. Do not get the source of depression by just seeing those news that is creating anxiety and stress. Stay calm with your family, right? Like if you are a teacher and education does give a motivational lesson, give a lesson of hope that yes, you are the future. That COVID is a one hurdle. If I can talk about the Ebola, like it's a part of one anxiety, but we have learned that as a human being, we can defeat this COVID in that war, and we can be victorious. Here in this step, I have seen that in the whole world, the government is, following the policies. The teachers, the doctors, the lawyers, the engineers, every individual in the world become one family. That how to eradicate this problem right now. And I must sure that feel, focus, and fly become a slogan of everyone's life. We are feeling the problem that COVID is a stress, so release it. Focus on the SOPs, and then you're going to fly with the goal, and it become normal for everyone. If you're going to defeat like COVID, right? We have to defeat the fear in our minds. We have to fear the stress that will be created in community by the media. That yes, we can be normal. We are the professional. We are a source of hope, and we can give this hope to other people. We can help those people who have their financial crunch, that the fear of anxiety and financial crunch can be removed. We can help out those needy people who cannot buy medicine, so that fear can be reduced. It's not only fear of COVID, it's the fear of joblessness, it's the fear of unemployment, it's the fear of your monthly income, that how you're going to spend and how you're going to manage it. If we just devices a way that our online classes, our e-commerce, our virtual mode of communication become another source of income, literally this anxiety is going to be over. What we need right now, it is the need of an all that we convey this message to our community that COVID is right now in our normal life. We are not here to blame anyone. We have to perform our own duty as an individual. And I believe that if we are optimistic about anything to remove it from society, a time come that this world become free of COVID stress everywhere. And I hope so, like every student, teacher, doctor, lawyers, educationist, they can enjoy their life. Like as an educationist, I have seen that how teachers are suffering, right? Mostly of teachers become like jobless, but they didn't give up. They start their own way of giving lessons. I have seen the doctors, the way they were treating the patient as front warriors, but they never give up. So I have seen a labor who is earning like small amount of money, but he's having a hope. So I hope so. At before wrapping up my session, I just want to give a lesson that we should be hopeful. We should not become hopeless, right? Being human being, we can use our wit and wisdom to overcome this stress and anxiety. And a time come when we will discuss that in the history there was COVID, but we being human being use our wit and wisdom and we overcome that stress. And literally that will be our real victory. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. And that was a very positive speech, I should say. A wonderful and positive speech. And you touched upon almost all areas where people fear. People are frightened, especially in education. I myself, being an associate professor, I know. So the digital natives, though our kids are digital natives, okay, they have their own problems. Okay, because they are new to this area, new to this situation. And teachers, many of our teachers are digital immigrants, and they are not that techno savvy. So whether it is high tech, low tech, or non-tech, I would say that our people are quite managing, and they have learned how to live in the new normal. That's it. So I'm sure that this new normal is going to stay for some time, but of course there is hope where we will overcome all this. And yeah, we will maybe the next generation would speak of this as the Spanish flu that we speak of. Okay, and there is bright, always the bright side at the tunnel. So that was a wonderful speech, sir, and especially motivating.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that this took away all the fears, because fear being the strongest emotion that we have, but we are trying to overcome that. Okay, we have health workers, we have engineers, we have the politicians. Okay, everyone is trying to overcome this. So let's be positive, as you said. And let's make these challenges opportunities. I used to say, we have a lot of challenges now, but let's make these challenges opportunities, especially in the case of education. Okay, the use of technology, because otherwise I'm sure that most of our teachers might have not come across the technology that they are using now. Okay, we might have not met like this. So these are all great opportunities given by COVID, of course. And let me tell you one more thing. See what exactly, I mean, see the whole of India, especially everywhere. Okay, the all educational agencies, NCRT, UGC, NAC, SCRT, everyone was trying to have a digital transformation of education. But I think it is COVID finally has succeeded in making education, this transformation, digital transformation of education. So there is the positive side too. Let's overcome these fears, okay, with this positive side, and be very positive in the coming days. So thank you
And
very
it is
much.
a great, and Dr. JK, it's a great triumph of the humanity, that digital education that we
Yeah,
defeated
that's a
COVID.
distance education. See, in fact, this morning I'm the chairman of PG Board of Studies of a university, and we had a discussion. We are framing the syllabus for Kerala, what they call University of Distance Education. We haven't yet formed. We are depending on IGNU, but now we are going to have a distance education, a university of ours. Okay, so thank you, sir. That was wonderful, and I must thank all the three
You're
speakers.
welcome.
Okay, all the three speakers, especially Mrs. Anju ma'am, who was very practical and spoke about how can we be positive. Okay, and next speaker is of course Dr. Mishra, was very passionate in his speech. And we have the third speaker, Dr. Said Mansoor, who was again very positive and motivating. So this session, I think the fear, I'm sure that we'll overcome this fear. It's going to be a new normal way. And of course, the old normal will come back. But the practices that we had, the opportunities that we had are going to stay. So I would just hand over the session, or for concluding remarks to Dr. Raja Rao, saying this, because a survey says when the COVID began, almost 50% were afraid. Okay, only very few percent, and very few percent, maybe the another 40 were in the learning zone, and just 10% in the growth zone. But with the second wave, I'm sure the fear is of course there, but that has been reduced to some 30%, and many have entered the learning zone, and the growth zone has also expanded. Almost 30% are now in the growth zone, and they are working very hard because they are sure that there's a wonderful life waiting for them after COVID, after this pandemic.
मैं 2 लाइनें में बोलना चाहूंगी इसके ऊपर।
Yes, sir.
माना कि अंधेरा बहुत घना है, माना कि अंधेरा बहुत घना है, लेकिन ये किसने कहा है दिया भी जलाना मना है। तो अगर हम थोड़ी थोड़ी कोशिश सब करते जाएंगे तो ये अंधकार जरूर दूर होगा और हम इससे जरूर बाहर निकलेंगे।
Wow, beautiful. ma'am.
Impressive.
Thank
Yes.
you, and over to you, Raja Rao sir, for the concluding remarks.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Really, it's a wonderful session. I request Anju ma'am, Rajnikant sir, and Masood sir, please stay with us for 5 minutes. We are going to wind up this program. Please accept our vote of
Sure.
thanks before departure. I request Dr. Elizabeth Lucas ma'am to share one word from guest list. Today we have some special guests. Dr. Elizabeth Lucas ma'am, 1 minute, please. Are you there, ma'am?
Yes, I'm here. Hello, you can see me. I'm on my room.
Please, 1
Hello,
minute.
hello, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hello, hello. Okay.
Outside, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I'm sorry. Exclude me to put this in. Of yeah, I can speak properly. Yes. Yes. There's been a lot of fears, one way or the other, and then I've listened to every of our great speakers about how we can move forward and how we can overcome this fear. And I believe that we can do it because fear is just going to limit us and it's going to hold us back and it's not going to push us forward. We are not going to do anything. And also, fear is just going to make it worse because from that fear, we can develop depression, we can develop frustration, we can develop even mental issues. So it is very important that we all understand that these two shall pass. I mean, it's just for a faith. We just have to have the right. The governments are trying. We are also trying. We just have to cooperate together as one, together to deal with this COVID. And that's the only thing I want to say. That wherever we are, we
Great,
can
ma'am.
all do that. Thank you very
The
much.
psychological side of that. Okay, how to manage stress. Great, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Dr. Ambudur Ahmad from Bangladesh. Brother, 1 minute. Because we are going to wind up this program. Noor Ahmad from Bangladesh.
Thank you so much, brother, for giving me the floor. Actually, today's topic is very crucial topic and it's really profound. It was profound discussion between the panelists. And I think in this time, there is a lot of things that all are already discussed with the panelists. But if I consider that most of the things that is fair is all about the economics first, because a lot of things are affected gradually towards the economics. So I think the economic sector will be a clear sector for the post-pandemic situation. And another one that is, I have to say, the education. Totally, the last 2 years, the proper education are not wired up, and most of the students are not getting education from their home, especially in the rural people. So I think the education is another one that we are fair about that. And in the post-pandemic situation, I think most of the people will feel mental health crisis. I mean, mental health problem, because during the situation, many more current situation, we are losing our better half or loving person ahead. So I think this situation will create the mental health problem in the next time, because in the upcoming post-pandemic situation, I don't know what will be happen, but at the same time, it shows very negative situation right now. So I think the mental health crisis will be happen after post-pandemic situation. And India should think about the agriculture sector, because I think agriculture sector can be a vital sector to change the situation, because I think the agriculture, all the facilities should be think about how can they do their activities very smoothly with the help of the other people, other ministry of the people, because in this agriculture sector, I think that several way you can like utilize this sector to develop the economic one. I think this kind of sector are very fair about the India, and if India consider this kind of sector very smoothly, I think in the post-pandemic situation, India will be turn around to the the previous type. They will feel like very positive. They will definitely feel very energetic in the economics. This is all about my part. Thank you so much for giving me the floor, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Okay. Now it's we are going for a conclusion vote of thanks. I thank all our participants, guest participants today. And we recognize the presence of Her Excellency Dr. Farin Somani, ma'am. Thank you for your valuable presence, ma'am. Actually, We requested her to speak due to some health problems somewhere. She was unable to speak today. Anyway, thank you so much for her wonderful presence, and it's a great to see Anju ma'am. Really, you are fascinating. You have started this program with a great energy, ma'am. You have spoken a lot about fear. Having fear is important, and if we fear that crosses the line, how deadly it is. Really, you have given a wonderful presentation on fear, ma'am. Yes, everyone would get rid of that fear, and at the same time, everyone should respect. Everyone must have a respect towards fear, because sometimes that fear saves us. At the same time, that fear will kill us. So we have to maintain that line. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your wonderful contribution to the today program. Thank you so much, ma'am. Brother Rajnikant Mishra, where are you, brother? Can I see the presence of Rajnikant Mishra, sir? Dr. Rajnikant Mishra.
Yes.
Present, sir. Okay.
Okay, brother, because today you are the energy brother. You have given a lot of energy to the program.
No,
That's why-
Dr. Rajarauji, no. That's right. Because,
It seems to be you are not well, because the way your body language, it says that you are not feeling well, health as per in a health aspect. But even though you are not feeling well, but you have spoken very well, brother. Because
I
whatever
feel
you have
well.
spoken,
Not health is not well.
it seems to be like that, because even though you are looking like that, but you have given a wonderful presentation. But if you are well, that would be fantastic, brother, because what you have spoken, that is in the minds of everyone, every Indian, because it needs courage. It needs courage, brother, to speak facts in India at this moment. It needs courage. You have a lot of courage, brother. So you are right person to speak about fear, because there are so many people who are unable to express, because there are so many politicians who are supposed to speak on behalf of us. There are so many media people who are supposed to speak on behalf of us. But the problem is media people are unable to speak and politicians are unable to speak. At the time, common people, those who are without any background of politics, like you and me and some other, our friends they are giving their voice for the cause of people. That's a very good turn, brother. Really, I appreciate your courage, because while speaking about fear, you have shown the answer with your courage. I appreciate you very much, brother. Soon we'll join together for a separate session.
Thank you.
Surely
Thank you,
we'll do
thank
a
you.
fantastic program, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much. And the brother Syed, Dr. Mansood, where are you, brother? Are you there on the screen, or your kids are making some noise?
Yes, sir. I'm here, Dr. Rajarao.
Yes, but your kids are making some noise here and there. Brother, thank you so much, because
You're welcome.
really-
I'm heavily obliged, Dr. Rajarao.
thank you, brother. Thank you. And we love you so much, brother. Brother, you, Mansood, brother, and our brother Noor Ahmad, you are our neighbors and well-wishers. So, ever since we started this series, you are giving a great hope and courage to our people. It's really required, brother, because we have to get rid of all the politics. Because not politics, but it's a humanity. So, when humanity matters, all international communities with India to give us support and courage, brother. Thank you so much. We salute all our friends and brothers at this juncture to support and to give courage to us. Really, today it has become a wonderful program because of you people, wonderful presence. And last but not the least, Dr. KJ Varghese, brother, not only your voice, your look is very professional, brother, because you made it so professional with your presence as well as with your voice. Really, we appreciate, brother, making this program so beautiful. From the beginning to end, you have shaped it into a fantastic position. And I thank you all our dignified participant guests. Thank you so much for your wonderful presence. Actually, I was supposed to give you some time, but it's over. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll meet in next session.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Thank
sir. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.